Get that all connected. Hello. Hello, and welcome to my Friday live. Today I'm going live, obviously, early. So usually I do go live in the evening on a Friday night. I'm still trying to work out that time with daylight savings and that change. So anyway, I'm live today, but I do, like I say, I do go, well, actually, I do go live on Friday evenings. And then once a month, I have my team gathering. So my little catch up with my Stamping Up team. So those demonstrators that have joined with me, um, I have a team gathering on Zoom one Friday a month. So that's tonight. So we have our little catch up tonight to talk all things Stamping Up and all things craft and have a little bit of craft together as well. So we do that tonight. I do that because it doesn't matter where my crafters are in Australia. We can get together online, which is awesome. Yeah, so that's why I'm going live today. And Friday's my craft day anyway, because Friday is my day that I don't work. So it's always the day that I craft. So yeah, I'm just going to play with this camera a little bit. So if you probably are catching this live, so hello. Hopefully you take something away today and learn something new. It's really exciting because we now can share the catalogue with customers. So we've had this catalogue for about a month as demonstrators. So we've been browsing through some of the beautiful products in here and being able to purchase early as well. So which is awesome as being a demonstrator. So yeah, so I'm actually going to be creating with one of my favorites. Actually, it was the first collection of products that I purchased from this catalog. So it really is pretty. The paper in particular, it's a 6x6 paper and it is beautiful. So I will show you that one when I put the camera down. Now let me just slowly get this up on, on Facebook, just so I can, once I turn the camera around, I can see comments as well. So it looks like I am live, which is a bonus as well. So hopefully everyone's had a good week. I've actually had a good week this week. It's not been too bad, which is pretty cool. I've done a little bit of craft. I will show you a card that I made actually for my mother-in-law. And I can see where it is. So again, I made that one with this favourite set that I love because I have been playing with it. So I will show you that one. What else did I want to tell you? Oh, so yes, new catalogue is live. The new Stampin' Rewards program is live, which is awesome for customers. So now each time you shop online with me, and I actually was going to put a little note down, but I can always send you a link if you'd like to shop with me. I'd love to look after you as a customer. But now, as a customer, every time you spend $35 or more, you get Stampin' Rewards, which is basically cash for stamping. Well, not, it's crafting cash. Cash for spending money on your orders. So it's like all the other loyalty programs that people run, like your Woolworths and all of those kind of lots and lots of rewards programs out there. So lots of people have been taking advantage of that. And demonstrators can take advantage of that too, which is just awesome. So I had a lady in my team the other day who didn't order, and she'd done one previously, and she had about $30 there in Stampin' Rewards, and she was most excited when she could actually take that off her order. So you can save them up and do a big shopping spree, or you can just take them off your next order. So your first order, you'll earn them, and the next order you can decide whether to spend them. So similar to the other loyalty rewards program. The only thing you do need to keep in mind, like all other rewards programs, you just need to opt in. So when you sign in with your email address to do your order, like when you do other online orders, so you sign in to add your things to cart, just make sure you opt in. And you can always check that in, I think it's like in your profile. It's in the top right hand corner. You can just see if you're opted in, but you'll actually see it after you put $35 in your cart. it'll actually tell you that you've earned like $3.50 so far in Stampin' Rewards. But if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. If you're a demonstrator, you're already logged in. Sorry, you're already opted in. So you've already done that as part of your agreement. Now, the other thing that's come with this annual catalogue, thank you so much, Stamping Up, is an awesome join offer. So I'd love to have you on my team, Card Cutting Diamonds. We have so much fun. I do lots and lots of things in our private Facebook group to help you with your crafting and to let you know where that great value is as a demonstrator, because joining as a demonstrator, you get 20% discount. But you get so much more on top of that when you actually join, including the community and access to more private Facebook groups, which is just more creativity for you and more ideas. So it really is cool. But at the moment, it's $169, so it's the normal price, except you get $303 worth of product of your choice. So you can pick anything from this new catalogue. You can pick things from the specials rack, like the last chance products, which was the previous catalogues. So you can put a whole lot of discounted items in there to make up your $303. So that's over $130 worth of free product. So that is amazing. There's no lock-in contracts. Like I said, there is an agreement which you actually read and just accept. But there's no lock-in contracts. You don't have to stay. You don't have to pay to actually be like part of a contract. You just join, you get that awesome deal, and then if you wanted to hang around as a demonstrator, then you just need to spend about $126 a month. It actually works out over a quarterly minimum, but I help you with that too, and I let you know where you are with that. But if you don't spend that, then you just go back to being a customer. It's no biggie. There's no penalties. You don't lose anything from your starter kit order. That's yours. If you are not a demonstrator and you are a customer, this is the way to go this month, is to get this starter kit order. And then, like I say, if it's not something that you really want to continue to spend money on, yeah, you just go back to being my customer, which is awesome as well. I was going to say one more thing, but it has gone. Even if you've been a demonstrator before and you're inactive, you've become inactive, because that's what happens if you don't make your quarterly minimum. You just go to being what they call inactive. It just means you're no longer a demonstrator, you're back to a customer. So you still can order, it's just you're not going to get a 20% discount anymore. Yeah, so it really is good. If you'd like any information, let me know. And I can answer any of those questions. Happy to answer. Hello, Robin. How are you? Yeah, so it is cool being a demonstrator. I've never looked back. I'm probably coming up to 5 years now, and I love the crafting community that Stampin' Up gives us. Yeah, and it's awesome. You have access to demonstrator-only events. We have a big one coming up in Sydney next March, which is they call Onstage, which is a 2.5-day event. And that's something really to look forward to as well. And they have some separate online events and different things that they do for us as well. It's awesome. All right. And you don't have to, that sounds, oh my God, that's like mind-blowing. That's so much. You don't have to take part in that. You can take part in as little as you want or as most as you want. It's all there. You pick and choose whatever you want to do. So, all right. So let's get some crafting done, hey? I'll flip this camera. Oh, look at that. I had it already flipped, didn't I? Okay, flipped it and flipped it again. I can never get it right first time, can I? Nope. All right, so let's just have a quick look if that's going to be, might be a little bit far away. So what we might do is I'll just zoom that in a bit, and then it usually goes bang, and it's usually a little bit too zoomy then. I'll just fix that light up. We'll do a little bit of organisation, and that should come back. Okay, that's looking pretty good now, except I'm just going to take this opportunity just quickly. Oh, sorry guys. I'm going to actually just try and raise that up a bit.
Bit noisy, but just to try and get that right picture. Okay, now we're looking pretty good. All right. Just move that back. I've got my iPad so I can see. Say hello if you're jumping on. I'd love to hear from you. If you're watching the replay as well, be sure to say hello and let me know that you're watching the replay. And I really do hope you enjoyed this card. So like I said, it is my craft day. So Friday is my craft day. So I actually, I'll show you the products first. So in the catalogue, in the brand new catalogue. Also, if you would like a catalogue, I'd love to get you a catalogue. Send a catalogue out to you. If you have a demonstrator already, ask your demonstrator. They should be able to give you one. If you don't, I'd love to send you one. I do have some people that I have not yet sent one to. If you haven't received one to me, if you haven't received one from me and you would like one, because I have only sent them to people that have kind of ordered with me in the last 6 to 9 months. So if you haven't received one, I'd love to still get you one, but just let me know. Just send me a message and say how I would love a catalogue, especially where you have ordered from me previously and would like to maybe order again. So this was my favourite suite when I saw this new catalogue. So I saw this new catalogue in Queensland actually. We had our on-stage event in Queensland this year. Wow, time flies, in March. So it's called the Beautiful Gallery and I love it. So these are the papers. So you can see it really lends to like antique cards, flowers. Some of these papers are a card in themselves. They're even a home decor product. You could put one of these papers directly into a frame and it would be beautiful. So that look at some of these cards. I mean, sorry, so I say cards, but they're actually papers. So there's that one there, and then it has kind of a neutral background. Not a neutral, but, well, it's not neutral. It's really pretty, but they have kind of the picture on the front, and then that is beautiful for males cards. This one lends to both males and females, to be honest. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. I just wish there was more hours in the day to use all these papers up. That one I made a beautiful card. I actually don't know where I put that one. Oh no, I used it. I actually gave it to my brother-in-law as a birthday card. I just simply cut out the scene, put a happy birthday on it and stuck it on some cardstock and the card was done. So look at that. Really pretty. Look at that. I also at on stage they did because people always go 6x6 paper. Can't really use it for scrapbooking. I was probably under the same impression, but when we went to on stage, a lady actually did Is my sound alright? Can anyone hear me okay? If anyone's online and can hear me alright, I don't know whether my sound is okay. Anyway, hopefully you guys can hear me. But yes, at on stage, they did a beautiful 12x12 layout with using the 6x6 paper, and it was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I'm sure I took a photo of it, but I'd have to find it on my phone. I don't think I've got any sound. Oh, maybe I can. Oh, hey Martha, can you hear me, Martha? I don't know. Well, hopefully. Oh, I don't know. Technology lately, it's very challenging. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? But both of those are scenes. That is lovely. Look at that. That's one that some people I've seen has just put it in a sort of a 6x6 frame, and in like in a white frame or even like a beige kind of frame or timber frame, whatever frame. Anyway, the one I saw was in white, and that was it, done. Just beautiful to add around the house. Really pretty. And that was another one. This one I've actually seen people colour, which is really beautiful. And this is another one that can just go directly into a frame. Or make a beautiful 6x6 card, actually. You could make a beautiful 6x6 card, or you could reduce that down a little bit and make it a little bit smaller. Yeah, so really, really pretty. I have no idea if I'm live or not. Sorry, I'm live, but I don't know what I've got in sound. Let me try and get it up here. Okay, so there probably is a little bit, got that sound in the background again, but you know what, we're just going to go with it today. And I think it's because I've probably flicked my camera, but that's okay. You probably can hear me all right. Yeah. I'll try and just talk a little bit louder today, and then you'll be able to hear me. Thanks, Robin. Oh dear, honestly. We'll just go with it. I don't know what's wrong with my iPad. My iPad's got no sound at all, but that's okay. I only read comments, so I can still talk to you guys. All right, so that's the paper. And the paper's beautifully presented in the catalogue as well. I actually found out, I don't think I've ordered these, but I think I ordered the whole suite, so maybe I can't find these. I actually think now, I actually just thought, I went crafting with some friends, and I think I took them with me, but I have found, I found one. I actually put this on my team group the other day. I was looking, and actually I will show you what I mean, because, no, they're not in there either. Anyway, I either haven't ordered these or I can't find them at the moment. But anyway, I put on my team group the other day because I could not find where this belonged to. I found it. These are beautiful dies, these. Awesome. I've now found it. So spotlight on nature dies. Yay! And everyone on my card making diamonds team, card cutting diamonds, you guys would know that I was looking for that. It's got a beautiful embossing folder. Now let me show you what this embossing folder looks like, and so I can show you on the card. So this is the embossing folder here. It's beautiful. It's actually called, so when you look at these products, you can order the entire suite by the suite collection item code, and that will give, it sounds dear, $245, but it actually gets you the stamp the dies, embossing folder, embellishments, the basic beige ribbon, and then all your designer series paper, or you can buy everything individually. Just remember, if you're buying the stamp set and the dies, to use the bundle code for that, which is over here as on number 1 and 2, and that will give you a 10% discount if you wanted to order it, but it's already got that 10% discount in the suite item code. Alternatively, if you don't have a catalogue and you're more of an online person, if you type in beautiful gallery, just beautiful gallery in your search function, it'll come up with all the products associated with that. So that's a good way of looking at it as well. But embossing folder, and this is the card that I've made for Mother's Day. So I've used the embossing folder in the back here. Now this die that I've kind of lifted up here, that's part of the dies. Now let me just get them off, because I have got them all over here in a mess. So here's, oh no, that is a dies. No, that one is the dies. So the dies that come with the gallery blooms, so this is this one here, the gallery blooms, comes with this awesome die here. And this one actually cuts out 2 borders for you. And I have used the littler border, so I've used this inside border here. And then after I've die cut that border out, I've run it through the embossing folder and I've kind of lined it up. I've lined it up so it's matching to the back. Now this card I actually have case. They call it in the Stampin' Up World case, or the card making world case. I've actually copied this. Well, I haven't copied all of it, but it's actually a lady called Susan Cantfield that made this card. It's very similar. So then part of the dies again and the stamp set. So I have, and this is one of the beautiful new colours. So this is Secret Sea. Lovely, lovely colour. So I've stamped, now this whole card also is done in a different kind of, so I'll show you. These are the three kind of go-to base cardstocks that I love to use. Basic white cardstock, and I'm showing you all so you can just see the variation. So that's the basic white. You've got the very vanilla, and now you have the basic beige, which is what this card's made in. So really, I just thought that this colour, I think the lady I copied it off has done it in like a very vanilla, I'm not sure. But I loved it in the basic beige. So I've just stamped the flower image. And then there's extra dies in the die set. Oops, I've made a mess of mine, of course, which make all the additional little pieces here as well. And then the Happy Mother's Day, believe it or not, I actually got that from an awesome set at the moment. Now, I don't know if this one's still available, believe it or not. I don't know whether it's one that's in the last chance sale. You've got to check out that last chance sale. There is some great deals, but they're only while stocks last. And I had someone ring me the other day and she's like, is that right? I can get a stamp set and dies for $40. I'm like, it is right. Some of those bargains, yep, they're in there. Oh no, this one is still current. So this is called the She's the Greatest, and it lends to all the ladies. So you've got aunt, parent, mama, nana, daughter, mothers, mum with an O, mum with a U, your cat, your pet, your mum, a little mum, dog, sister, grandma, and then some other little things that you can match in. So I've used the Happy Mothers and then the day. So you could do Happy Nana Day, Happy Mama Day, Happy Parent Day, you know, all sorts of things. You could just, you're the best grandma, you're the best mum, world's greatest mum, world's greatest nana, world's greatest aunt. So many options in that one. So that's pretty cool too. And that, yeah, you can obviously see what that's called, She's the Greatest. So that's where I've got that from. And then the die, I've actually extended that. So I'll show you how I do that today, because I will be doing that on the card we're making today. But I've used the Stylish Shapes dies. That's another go-to with me. Another go-to die set. So what I've done, I'll show you what I've done. So this is the Stylish Shapes dies. I use these a lot, hence the reason I have them on the magnet plate. But I've actually used this square. As you can see, I've used that square, but I've extended it out to make it into a rectangle. Okay, so that's a great technique to use for your squares and rectangles, because you can make a die set do lots more shapes for you, lots more versatile. Okay, so that's that card there. I think I've explained it. And like I say, I didn't have the, which I'm really upset. Anyway, they're on my list if I can't find them. The pressed flowers motif. So I actually used ones called adhesive back metal gems, which are really pretty too, because they kind of have the rust, gold and silver in the both sizes. So that's what I've used there. But we're not making that card today. I just thought I would show you an extra card, because I really, really did like that. So we're going to make a different card, and I was actually inspired online again by this card, and it was actually by a lady she's actually on Instagram, and she's called The Creative Teacup. So this card is inspired by something she's made, and it's actually using this suite, but it's used some of these products, but it's using all the beautiful new in colour. So in the catalogue, now I am also thinking of doing a customer paper share. I don't do these very often, but the papers are beautiful. So, so the papers start on pages 116 and go through, and there is lots of beautiful papers. So if you're interested in a paper share, a customer paper share, let me know, because it might just tip me over to actually get my butt into gear and offer one. But I definitely have it on my list to try and get one together. Now, what was I going to show you? So they have the beautiful new ink colours in all their ribbons. I haven't got them yet. I've got to pace myself a little bit. But they have all the cardstock. Why can't I find it? Because I'm not used to the catalogue yet. Here we go. So they have all the beautiful new ink colours. So, and they're here. So we have the 24, 26 colours here, and then we've got our new ones. So you've got, let me show you. Okay. Oh, here we go. So you've got your Secret Sea, which is that one that I've just mentioned. You've got, oops, your Timid Tiger, that I've actually struggled to get out of that packet. Let me just get this. You've got your Timid Tiger. You then have your, love this one, Strawberry Slush. And then, look, Darling Duckling. And then you've got Cloud Cover. Now, Cloud Cover, the ink pads are actually not available. Demonstrators can buy them, but they actually have had a fault with the Cloud Cover. So I actually haven't got the alternative. So what the alternative is, because it is a beautiful colour, the alternative is to buy, because the ink pad will not be released. So you can actually buy the ink refill. So all the numbers are on here. So you've got your numbers for your A4 cardstock, which is I've just shown you. The ink pad, which I've just shown you. But like I say, at the moment, well, they're not going to release it. The Cloud Cover ink pad has gone, because it just was, the colour was shifting and it was just not up to their standards, so they decided to pull it. Hey Rosemary, how are you? So you can actually buy the ink refill, and then, so what I've done is I bought the ink refill, and I bought the ink refill, and you can actually buy uninked stamping spots. Now they are only in the pack of 5, but then you can just ink that one up with your ink refill. I used to do this. In fact, I have these. I do this with my ink refills, with the ink uninked, and they actually work out quite great for when you're going to craft, when you're going somewhere and you want to take them with you. They actually work quite well in this little container. I think I got this one like Spotlight. And then you've got all your colours in there. Now, one of mine has obviously leaked at one stage, but I just put all my colours on the front, and that's what I do with my ink spots. So, but I'm just going to do that one with the Cloud Cover. So there's that option. You can either buy the ink refill and uninked spots, or you can buy, now let me just pull some of this stuff out of the way. You can purchase, which I also have purchased because I actually do like this little set. So I treated myself. I bought crafting stuff for Mother's Day. I said to everyone, don't worry about it. Because I don't need any more fishing rods. Because I had a feeling, because we do a lot of fishing, but I thought, no, I need crafting more. So, yes, this little pack here is quite good. So it's the classic Stamping Spot small assortment, and it's on page 33, but it has Real Red, Petal Pink, Garden Green, the Cloud Cover, and then the Early Espresso. So it is a nice little set there. So I thought I might actually get that one. I think I'm even going to get the bottom one as well. So that one has one of the new colours in it too, the Darling Duckling. So that's a nice way too. And they're nice and small. They can sometimes be a little bit hard to get across a bigger image, but they're okay. All right, let's get on to our card. So So we're going to start with,
let me just get these ink pads out of the way. We're going to use our secret seed, and we're going to use all our colours. I'm just going to grab a Timid Tiger. Hang on a second, because I don't want to cut that big one I have, because I'm sure I have another one that I can use. We're going to use the basic white. And what was I looking for? Some Timid Tiger. Here we go. Alright, so we're going to get our trimmer, which is over here. And I'm going to start off with my usual card size. Actually, I think I've got one. Yeah. No, I don't. I'll just get one. Normal card size, so A4 card cut in half is at 14.8, and then I just fold it. So these trimmers are amazing. If you haven't got yourself a trimmer, I would recommend it because they are beautiful to use and very easy. And then we just get our bone folder and score that along so it stays nice and flat. It's just easy for me to work with them. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get a piece of cardstock over here. Now this cardstock is what I put in the middle of my card, so it measures 10 centimetres by 14.4. Now I'm just going to grab some scrap paper here. It really is scrap. Some people are me. I'm not one of those. Okay, so we'll put our card base aside because we don't need that one now. And we're going to use this one here. So then what I'm going to do is with these here, I'm going to cut these. I'm going to use these ones first. Now I'm just going to decide, it's 2 centimetres too thick, maybe 1.5, 2 centimetres? No, I'm going to go 1.5. So I just want to cut in 1.5 strips. Now, of course I need to cover, just got to make sure these actually cover, because the Timid Tiger's not going to. Of course it's not. I'll just try for another Timid Tiger. Here we go. Okay, so we go, whoops, get that out of the way. 1.5. Yeah, that's a good size. So 1.5. 1.5. Now in the trimmer you can actually cut 2. I would only go as high as 2 cardstock pieces together. Now I'm going to need quite a lot of these because I'm going to run these all the way down here. I'm just going to see. No, it's going to be nice. So what I'll do is I'm going to just run, I will actually put these two together. And we'll run that one at 1.5. Like that. Probably going to even need even more than this, but let's see how we go. Oops, I just did that at 2. 1.5. So you could pick any strip size that you kind of want to use. That one hasn't cut. And that would have been me, the user, not the trimmer. And then 1.5. So we will see, and that was me again.
So then all I do is, because I've got a few to start, I grab my Stampin' seal, so this one here, and I'll just run that. You could use glue. There's no reason why you can't use glue. In fact, if you use glue, you have a little bit of wiggle space. And I'm actually going to start with Timotoko. I don't know why. And I'll actually want to start right on the card because it'll make sense when I get there. So then I'm just going to lay these all down. And then that part there. And then we go back to Timotoko. They are beautiful new colours. But like I say, if you're looking at these colours and you like them and you'd like to get... Now just remember too, you can get them in a pack with all the colours together. So there is a 2025-2027 in colour assortment pack. Now that is listed in the catalogue as well, but you could find it online as well. But it's listed in the catalogue down the bottom here. So the A4 cardstock assortment, so you get 20 sheets. So you get 4 of each. And then you can get the 6x6 designer series paper, which are beautiful. I haven't got mine yet. They're coming. I actually am doing a team paper share, so that one has been organised. And the guys are getting this in their team share. Yeah, but that's beautiful as well. And then you can also get the bundle. I don't know about the bundle actually. It might not be available because of the cloud cover. So I'd actually stick with the individual. I must check that. But yeah, I'd stick with the individual item codes if you wanted the in colours. Sorry, the ink pads. Right, let's finish this one off. So we've gone yellow and then we go secret C. Oh, how did I even do that? That was more arse than class right there. More arse than class. So we end up with that. Now we can cut them, turn it over and we can cut them all off. We don't have to be perfect. You could cut them on your trimmer if you wanted to as well. We don't have to be perfect because I'm actually going to die cut this one. So this is a bit different to the card that I've actually used for this. But this is what I thought I would like to do with it. So then from there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my gallery blooms and I'm going to use the biggest flower. So I'll just lay that down and pick that one up. And I'm going to use the Secret C. Which is under here. Over here. I'm actually going to pack something away, which would be shock horror for Amanda. Usually I just make a total mess of my room. There we go. So we grab the Secret C and we ink up our pad like that. And I'm just going to grab my little, because it is a photo polymer, I like to use my Stampin' Pierce mat underneath. It just gives it a little bit of a foam sponge. And I'm going to put that directly in the middle, like that. And stamp on there. How cool does that look? So that's that. And I'll just stamp off that one. Close my ink pad because I don't want to end up with that all over myself. And then we'll give that stamp a clean straight away so I don't forget. Okay, so that's that one. Now remember, all of these images, I'm pretty sure, all of the images have a candy cutout. Let me have a look. So that one is going to cut this one out. So yep, this one is going to cut the one that I've just done. And then there's this one for that one has one, that one has one, and this one has one. And this one here we're going to cut as well actually. But while we've got them, sorry, we will cut that one out as well. Stamp that one in. So we'll put that one there. We'll get back to that one in a second. That's actually, we're not going to cut that one away. What am I talking about? No, we're not going to cut. But we are going to do this one. So this one we're going to do in some white cardstock. So let me just grab some of that. So I've got all my little bits and pieces. So we're going to get the stamp out. So we're going to use this one here. In the Secret Sea. Has anyone else got this set? Let me know if you're live with me and you've got this set and it's giving you some ideas, or if it's on your list, or if you're watching the replay, let me know if you like it and it's on your list. So we've done that there. So we'll clean that one off. One in there. So now we have got, apart from the mess, we'll get in there. So we'll put that one in there. So then what we're going to do is we're going to grab our cut and emboss machine. And I've got another, where's that one? I've just got to find my other dies that I wanted to use. Okay. Maybe one day I'll actually just put this, because when I'm crafting, usually before I go live, when I move things, that really sucks. Well, I wanted to use some dies that were called textured notes, and I definitely got them out. Well, that is just crazy. Right, let me just go have a quick look. Crazy. I've got another alternative here, but I really wanted to use those other ones on this card. Okay, I found my in-colour embellishments that I want to use. I really needed I'm just wondering whether the ones I spoke about before, the stylish shapes, I don't think they're, because I just want to show you the technique that I wanted to. I just want to show you the technique that I really want to show you. That one's might be a little bit, let me just have a look at these other ones, because I can't believe I can't find the other one. It's actually with a stamp set. Oh, I found it. It's part of this set, and because they were upside down. So it's textured notes, but it's the dies that go with that. So let's get that one done, because I know this one's going to work well. kind of put them aside in a fashion. Okay, so the one we need is, we'll just put them aside. I'm thinking, so they've got all these in here, and they're like, they call, what do they call them? They actually call them textured note dies, which I think I said, yeah. They have a different texture on each die, that's what I was going to say. So I want to see which one's going to work on my card nice. That's a nice size, but I might put those just a little bit slimmer. Is that the next one down? No, I need to go the bigger one. Okay, that's all right. So we'll put them back in there and we'll put that one out. So what I'm going to do with this one is I want to run from the top all the way down to the bottom here. So I'm going to extend it. So I'll show you how I'm going to do that. And we'll cut this one out after. So I'll just put that over there in just a second. Okay. So with your cut and emboss machine, now this is a beautiful cut and emboss machine. Now a lot of people always say, oh, I would love, a lot of people buy the littler one, which the little one, I have the little one, I use it heaps. This one obviously gets a lot more dies on it. It's great when you're a demonstrator to buy one of these because you get your 20% discount. But if you're not a demonstrator and you're thinking of placing like a $169 order this month, I would be doing the starter kit deal for sure, because you can get one of these brand new machines in your starter kit deal, because this retails for over $200. I'm not sure exactly how much it is. Let me see if I can find it. And they actually have been out of stock as well. So they're in stock. $244 these are. So they did go up in price as well. So you can get this in your starter kit deal. So $303 worth of products of your choice. So you can put this one in here and pay $169. Plus you get more products. So remember, for that starter kit order, you need to go as close as you can to $303. So go within $5 of that amount without going over. So you could get this and some of the new in colour stuff. So it's well worth it. And then I just buy actually a magnetic plate from another, or whoever I kind of find, because I can't do without a magnetic plate. But yeah, they actually come with all the plates that you need. Just if you're after a magnetic plate, they are from other suppliers. So I'm going to put it right up the top there. In fact, it needs to fit on the card. So let me just do a little bit of measuring, because a man is not much of a measurer, but I'm going to need to be at this point. And where did I put my over here? So we actually are going to go for 14 centimetres. Yeah, 14 centimetres. So I actually want 14 centimetres. So I'm going to actually measure this. Something new for Amanda. So we're going to go from here to 14 centimetres down here. Beautiful. So I put that on there. So you lay that on there, grab your number 3 plate, whoops, and you lay that on. Now you lay it on, but I'm actually going to not go right to the end. So that's going to go just to there. See how I'm cutting it off? So once I roll that through, it's probably a bit hard to see because of all the colours, but I roll that through, and it's not going to cut that once it goes through. It's going to stop cutting it when I get to there. So I take it all the way through, and then I'll show you what you end up with. So then you end up with, whoops. Now I probably should have run it through twice because I forgot that we're actually running through quite a number. So that's very easy. So I'm just going to pull all this out of the way and put that one back in for a second. Now it is, because these are textured dies, if you need to put it back in, it actually sits right back in where you need it to sit. So I'm going to go through again. So I'm going to put that through again. So I would keep it in the exact same spot and just go through twice, because I have a couple of layers of cardstock there. So I'll just put that through again, and it's still not really done the top there. I don't know why, but we'll just grab some scissors there, and you can just chop it off. Whoops. So just open that up, and just with your scissors, whoops, just cut that out. In fact, it's just hanging on by the, it makes you wonder whether one will go through. We've got it. So then we've got, see how we've got that hanging off? So then I'm going to put it upside down this time, and then placing that on there like that. And again, I'm not going to go all the way through. So I'm going to put my plate in there, plate in there, and I'm going to go through again. And then that's how I finish it off. So just like that. And we'll see whether I need to run it through again, but we probably won't. And actually, I've missed a part. So it comes out like that, but I actually want the, I want that top at the bottom. So we're going to go put that in again. Actually, we'll do it this way. And then one more time for the dummies. Put it like that on my little, so I actually have my little 14 centimetre mark there in pencil. So I'm going to put that there. And that's in the right spot. Again, just put my plate in there. And then that's going to give me that bottom part. Just like that. And that has cut that bottom part off, and then I've got that extended piece, which actually is that die there, a bit bigger. There you go. So hopefully that was helpful. You can do it with, I do it quite a bit with all squares and rectangle dies. All right. So I'll just put that in and put that where it belongs. My machine over here. Oh, actually what we'll do is we will just quickly put this one in here and cut that one out as well. And there's that one there. Okay. All right. So we have got this piece and this piece. So far. I'm actually thinking I might actually make this as a thank you card, yes. So that is going to go on there. And then this is going to go here. So now what I wanted to do was I brought some punches in. So I've got the 2-inch punch, the 1 3/4 and the 2 3/8. So I'm actually thinking I want to go, we're going to do this one in secret sky. I actually don't know, I'm just thinking at the moment, I don't know. So I need some basic white. Again, I can get it out. Basic white. This one's going to be, hold on, which one's that one? That's the bigger one. So that one needs to be in basic white. Basic white piece here. Is that going to be big enough? There we go. Yeah. So basic white. This might not be big enough actually. I'm thinking it's not big enough. I don't know whether I want a bit bigger or not. I think we need to do one more thing to this card as well. I might just, I don't know whether I am a little bit high, aren't I? Let's go. I will figure out this stand one thing. Okay, that might be a little bit closer. I think we need to do another thing. I need to get that embossing folder back again. I'm just trying to find my die, so I'm just putting my die away and getting the embossing folder as well. So I'm going to actually put that to the side. I think let me just go bigger. Let me just, well, now what's this one? It was 2, 3, 2, this one's, okay, it's not going to fit there. Let me get some more white. Oh, that'll probably fit. Will that fit? Okay, there's a bit bigger. And then with the 2, there's a bit bigger. So it's a good thing about these circle punches is you can mess around with them till you get the desired size. Alright, so I'm actually going to do cut this piece 10.2 centimeters by 14.6. So that's going to it's going to be pretty much the full card size minus a couple of mil. So we're just going to grab, put that over there. So we grab the embossing folder, and I'm going to do it this way because I want them to run this way. Whereas that other card I showed you, that one actually I ran that one horizontal, whereas this one I'm running portrait. So, okay, so we go in here. So this one's not a 3D embossing folder, so this requires, remember the embossing machine's awesome because it actually tells you which plate you need to use. So for your standard embossing, you use a number 1, which is your big plate, number 1, and then 2 3s. So we'll put that one in there like that. And that in there, and then we'll just run that through. Just had a big noise and it was my computer. Okay. Just handling a whole lot of plates over here. There we go, so we got that one. I think I ran that folder through the wrong way, but it's lucky enough it's worse. Lucky. So that, if my measurements are right, is going to go on here. Beautiful. So let's get some glue for that one. Now I also sell my glue holders. People that are buying them love them. They're just they're $12. And I've got purple, white. I've got a new hot pink colour. Yeah, so if you're interested, let me know. They're awesome to keep your glue the right way. I have multiple glues the right way. I will get back down to, I like to always have 2 running, but 3 is a little bit excessive at the moment. Hey Dimity, how are you? So then that's going to go there. Oh, that's just what it needed. Look at that. That background is just what it needed. Beautiful. So then we've just got to decide on the size of the, which I think that's nice actually. I think I like the bigger. And then we just need a thank you. I think that's a nice one from the textured notes. Thank you. How big is that one? Thank actually, but I wanted one that was a bit kind of square. What else have I got around here? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use, this is another, the other set that actually comes with the gallery, the beautiful gallery suite. So it has lots of sentiments. So you can actually see the flower one I've been using, the Gallery Blooms, doesn't have any sentiments. That's the matching stamp set that has sentiments. But you might have a sentiment one at home that goes with your flowers. But I'm going to use this thank you, but I'm not going to use that for everything. Because I don't need to say that in this part. So I'll show you how you can use just part of your stamp. So we'll grab the thank you out. Now I do have a post-it note. I thought, do I have a post-it note? I kind of looked over and I do. Be silly. I mean, the unusual of me not to have one. So to use that bottom part, just grab a post-it note or masking tape or whatever and just mask it up. Probably needs to go a little bit higher. It might just, let's see how it goes now. It might just chop off the end of the Y by the looks of things, but we'll see how we go. I'll just grab this and we'll grab some, yeah, basic white again. Yeah, basic white. Yeah. And then all you do is you ink up your stamp, you take away your post-it note, and I'm just going to use a quick wipe because I can just see it was on the F, and then stamp that down, and there's just our thank you from that thank you for everything stamp. Okay, so clean that one off. And then we need to, and I don't think I'm actually going to die cut this one. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab my cutter. And I'm going to chop it. Chop it just like this, and that might be a little bit too thick. But that stylish shapes would also look good as well. But I'm just going to, so I'm going to stick this down now. Now, do I want to raise it? Yes. Okay. So we're going to raise it up. We'll get some. Over these. This I've had stuck somewhere. So I'm going to go like that. So these are the foam adhesive sheets, so you can cut them to whatever size you want. Like that. So that's just going to make it sit up nice, professional looking as such. So then, I just don't know whether maybe I should just go there. Oh, I think I actually just like that. Hey, I don't think I want the white now. What do you reckon? I think so. And then that's going to just slip in there. And then we'll chop the additional off. That works nice. So let's just stick that down because I'm happy with that. So that's going to go there. Beautiful. So So we'll wait till that one dries. We'll put this one down. Like that. And this one can just be glued down. So what I'm going to do with that end there is I can either chop it that way. Yeah, I think I'm just going to chop like that. Good. Yes, beautiful. And then I'm going to put some glue on the back of this, and because the glue gives you that little bit of wiggle time, I'm just going to wiggle it into the position that I want. And I think that's looking awesome. Now you could, I don't think you need to, you could put a dimension under there. Look, I might do. I don't know whether it really needs it, but I will. And that will just keep that down there too. That's beautiful. Now I'm not going to use any ribbon, and then because I'm going to embellish stuff. So these are the nice in colour flat pearls. They're so pretty. Love, 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 love them. I've used so many. And I don't probably know, have I got all the colours? Or I've just got all the colours just. So, so I think we'll use a pink one here, and then a yellow one here. Whoops. And we can use all the colours. Yellow one, and then cloud cover, and another one here, here, yeah, yeah. Look at that. Oh, I love that. There we go. Well, there's the card. The only other thing, actually, I don't even think, oh, you could, what you could actually do is go in the little garbage bin here. My garbage bin, there we go. Because I always put an inside in, don't I? So, grab one of my 10 by 14.4 little sheets, and we will get a little bit of glue. And stick that there. I'm getting really adventurous now. I'm going to get that stamp set back. And inside, I'm going to use this one here. Now, it is quite long, but what I'm going to do is put on a block. Get my sheet. Like that. Get my secret C and stamp it up, and then I'm going to stamp it off. This is where you can get another variation of your colour of your ink pad, and then stamp it on. There we go, just for the inside. So I'll just clean that one off. So if you are interested in shopping with me, I will put a shopping link up soon, but you basically can go to www.stampinup.com.au, shop with me, Amanda Fitzgerald, as your demonstrator, or let me know and I can send you a link to your messenger. And then also, if you would like to join, I have a really easy join link that I can send to you as well, because really this month is the way to go. But not everybody wants to join, so like I say, there is that awesome Stampin' Rewards program that you can take part of as a customer. Sorry, as a demonstrator you can too, but it's a good deal to get those rewards when you're shopping as a customer. When you spend only $35, so if you spend $200, you get $20. Sorry, $200, you get $20. $20 in Stampin' Rewards to spend on your next order. So if you've shopped with me recently, remember that you have those Stampin' Rewards there to shop. To use on your next order. So don't forget that. So we'll put that glue in the middle. Actually, I won't use glue because I've got to send this one. If I'm making a card and wanting to write on it straight away, I don't use glue. In fact, on the inside, I very often use my Stampin' Seal now. Just because you are writing on it. There we go. That just made it a little bit more interesting inside. There we go. So there's 2 cards using two kind of a very bright one and then a very subtle one with that new, I don't know whether I'm in camera here. When it catches up, we'll see. Which one do you prefer? Do you prefer the one on the left or the one on the right? You have to let me know. Left or right? I don't know who's with me at the moment. I did have Robin and Martha and Rosemary and did I have Dimity come in? I did. I think I said hello. Yeah, so left or right, but let me know. If you've watched the replay to the end, let me know which one you prefer, even if you have colourful or more subtle. I'd be interested. There you go. All right, well, have a great weekend. Like I said, I won't see you tonight because I do have my team gathering tonight. So anyone that's in my team, 7:30, if you're not really used to Zoom, let me know and I can help you out to try and get you on. It's not hard, usually it's just a link that I send you and you can come and meet the ladies and meet me and we'll have a little craft and chat tonight. All right, there we go. All right, well, left Dimity's saying, there you go. Yeah, it is beautiful, isn't it? I like both of them, but of course I do. And I hope whoever I'm giving it to likes it as well. Okay, all right. Well, I shall sign off now and have a great week, everyone. See you, bye.